New audiobooks on our channel every week. Free. Subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss out. Alone Blake, The Magic of Money Without Secrets. Narrated by Maxim Kiriv. Money is a motivator for many people. They strive for it, search for it, try to earn it. Paradoxically, however, it often turns out that constant thoughts about money and actions driven by material gain don't actually lead to wealth. People who work day and night often find themselves counting pennies until payday, while others who seem to put in no effort live in abundance. Why does this happen? The truth is, you need to build the right relationship with the energy of money and understand how to manage it. Unfortunately, many people never receive valuable guidance on how to achieve financial well-being. We're not taught this in school or at home. Since childhood, we've been taught that knowledge is light and that work ennobles a person. To enjoy material benefits, you must work. These postulates, ingrained in humanity for centuries, are far removed from reality. Many experts classify luck more as a psychological term than as something ethereal. In fact, it's much simpler and more down-to-earth. Happiness is a state of mind, a mindset in which you are a full unit of happiness. If a person is positive and sees the world in vibrant colors, luck is bound to be attracted to them. But it's not enough to simply smile at people on the street. You also need to know a few effective techniques to attract good fortune and wealth into your life. The magic of money is the most popular practice among other areas because it affects an important aspect of life, finances. It's based on psychological approaches involving small daily rituals like affirmations. The use of money magic is an art that anyone can learn if they wish. Chapter 1. Working a lot is not equal to being rich. The phrase working a lot doesn't mean being rich confuses many, yet it's true. One person works non-stop, only taking breaks to sleep, hoping to become richer, but doesn't. Another seems to do nothing and yet has all the world's material goods at their feet. Why? Because money is, above all, energy, and you need to know how to relate to it correctly. There's a difference between working and earning. Every workplace has someone who's always borrowing money until payday. Everyone earns about the same, yet one buys a new coat for winter, travels abroad in summer, and supports a family while another, living alone, is always counting pennies. Imagine two classmates meeting 20 years after graduation. Same neighborhood, similar education. One orders expensive dishes at a restaurant without looking at prices. The other is calculating how many more beers he can afford. Both work, but only one earns. To work is to engage in activity and create something useful for society. Whether it's building cars, treating teeth, or selling retail. This is paid based on its social value. But earning has little to do with socially useful labor. The person who earns thinks primarily about personal gain. The social relevance of their work is secondary. We live in a time of individualism. Everyone decides for themselves whether to be happy and strong or miserable and weak. As French writer Henri-Marie Bayle, better known as Stendhal, said, "Each for himself in this desert of egoism called life. Our goal is to find ourselves, our place in life. This is when talents unfold. Skills acquired through practice lead to the greatest success. Then comes not only satisfaction from the work but also money. Once a person pays all the necessary bills, buys food and essentials, and has some money left, that's their earnings. If that leftover money can be used to buy, say, clothes or a car, then they're truly earning. Simply put, to work is to survive. To earn is to fulfill desires. Is it possible to work less and still be financially well off? Everyone dreams of working less or not at all while still having everything they need. The good news: in today's world, this is already a reality for many. Financial well-being is less tied to time and effort spent. Paradoxically, you can work 3 shifts and not improve your life, or you can enjoy abundance while steadily growing your wealth. We were taught, if you want more money, success, happiness, you must do more. But what if the answer isn't adding, but subtracting? Turns out it's possible to achieve more with less effort. This concept is called do less, dwindless. That's why time management techniques are so popular. They help save time, earn more, and reduce stress. Famous coach Peter Taylor, who trained thousands of managers worldwide, teaches how to live and work without stress. In his book, The Lazy Winner, he outlines simple but powerful rules to cut down to-do lists, avoid burnout, and restore work-life balance. The 80-20 rule, Pareto principle. People waste 80% of time on things that only require 20%. This applies to all areas. For instance, out of 10 people you met last week, only 2 really matter to you. Why not just meet those 2? Similarly, 80% of what we watch on TV is meaningless or even harmful. Better to watch one quality movie a week than overload your mind with bad news and poor quality content. Analyze how you spend your time. Maybe you should slow down in one area and focus more on another. Say no. Often we agree to things we don't want out of fear of saying no. A mother-in-law asking for gardening help, or a friend wanting you to help choose a dress, can drain your energy. Learn to say no to protect your time. At work, it's harder. Say a colleague is sick and your boss asks you to take over their tasks. If it's not your responsibility, say no. Or request help or extended deadlines. Don't write to-do lists. This sounds odd, but Taylor suggests having just one list. For each task, ask, do I want to do this? Should I do this? Only do tasks where both answers are yes. Important things don't need to be on a list. They just need to get done. How to effectively change jobs. If you're burned out and don't enjoy your work, it's time to change it. But choose wisely. Ideas, know what you want. Don't let self-doubt stop you. If you truly want something, it suits you. Past criticism from teachers or relatives doesn't define you. Search your dream job may not come immediately. Don't jump at the first opportunity. Avoid temporary choices. They often become permanent. Engagement. Once you get the job, immerse yourself in it. Give it time before judging. Stop searching and enjoy the work. Analysis. After settling in, reflect. What do you enjoy? What have you learned? What frustrates you? This will help you know if it's the right fit or if it's time to seek something new. Chapter 2. Why does money slip through your fingers? Sometimes a person earns well but is always broke. Many know this feeling. You get a paycheck and a bonus, yet can't afford new shoes. Why? Everything has a cause. To solve a problem, you must identify and fix the root, not the symptoms. People often don't think about their actions and consequences. When money's tight, they look for side jobs or take out loans. But the stress remains. We must first understand the true cause before attempting change. Why doesn't money come to you? People are different. Some rush toward their goals, sweeping everything in their path, while others act slowly and thoughtfully. Everyone has their own ambitions and temperament. But the most important factor to pay attention to is mindset. It is your mindset that determines your success. So what do you think? Is money good or bad? Most people would say, of course, it's good, even those who constantly repeat that happiness isn't in money. At the same time, no one denies that money opens up new opportunities in life, from nutrition and leisure to personal growth and education. According to researchers, much depends on the connotation wealth carries. For example, profit from one's own business or a high-paying job is seen as a deserved reward. But lottery winnings, on the other hand, are often followed by disappointment. A lottery winner still doesn't feel like a successful person. Wealth often forces you to work alone. Money pushes people to rely only on themselves, to not ask for help and to not help others. What are your first thoughts when you hear about rich people? Most will say that they were born under a lucky star or that they are thieves and criminals. Yet someone might voice the right thought. Successful people are hardworking and goal-oriented, and that is what lies behind their financial victories. This creates a contradiction in the mind. On the one hand, money is good, but on the other, the wealthy are not always seen as virtuous people. What's your first reaction when you see something you can't afford? What do you tell your child? It's too expensive. I don't have money for that. But here's the problem, these thoughts and phrases repel money. By sending these signals into the universe, you place a mental barrier between yourself and financial well-being. The saddest part is that you're building a foundation of poverty in your child's mind. These beliefs are extremely hard to eliminate later. When people think of large sums of money, they often feel shame or fear, emotions rooted in childhood. Often, Such issues require the help of a psychologist. So what have you missed in your relationship with money? Many people are negative toward others' success because of stereotypical thinking. If someone is rich, they must be greedy or sly. If a woman drives an expensive car, people often imagine inappropriate ways she got it. But here's the thing. As long as someone holds negative views about wealthy people, they're doomed to fail financially. Since childhood, many have heard phrases like, "Money is like water. There's never enough money. We don't have money." Children absorb this like sponges, and it becomes their subconscious reality. So a person who says, "I have no money," will likely never have it. If you don't have clear goals for how you would use money, it won't come to you. Most modest income people, when asked what they want, say, "I just want things to be good." But what does good mean? They can't explain. And when they receive large sums, whether inheritance or lottery winnings, the money quickly disappears. Without a clear understanding of its purpose, money simply slips away. Researchers have identified several psychological money effects. Money taboos, cultural restrictions on money-related actions, even when they're beneficial. Monetary conservatism, denial or resistance to helpful financial changes. Money illusion, perceiving money in nominal rather than real value. Silencing effect, belief that talking less about money makes one seem more decent. Monetary profanation, treating money only as wages or transactional value, distorting its meaning. Money tension, emotional overload from money, common among already successful people. Borrowing effect, emotional stress from lending or borrowing. Higher money value, treating money as more valuable than equivalent goods. Different money effect, viewing cash, coins, card, and deposits as separate values. Studying the psychology of money reveals many intuitive things. If you know the tricks and techniques, you can overcome financial struggles and level up your income. Today, many people have heard of the magic of money. What is it? At first glance, it sounds like spells or luck charms, and that's partly true. But money magic mainly refers to a mindset, a connection with higher powers. It's the ability to affect reality with your thoughts, attracting luck and money. Some believe business is all logic, strategy, and numbers, but in truth, it also involves intentions, amulets, mental energy, and rituals. Only someone unfamiliar with both would claim they're unrelated. Everything in this world follows universal laws. Magic helps tune into the right frequency for prosperity and success. Why is money magic important? Business magic appeared thousands of years ago with trade and currency. People have always desired wealth, and there were always those who helped with rituals. Today, if you want wealth, your subconscious is your biggest tool. Words have power, and everything you say with belief becomes reality. How to work with the magic of money. Yes, business can be cutthroat, but the universe follows spiritual laws. Dishonest actions, lying, stealing, scheming lead to downfall. Everything stolen turns into great debt. Keep this in mind when making decisions. But magical protection and support in business? That's a good idea. The first step is to learn to work with the energy field of money. Here are a few questions to reflect on in writing. What do you think about money? Are you satisfied with your current financial situation? How do you feel when you borrow money? How do you feel when someone asks you for money? What emotions do you feel when you earn a profit from work? What do you feel when you receive money you didn't deserve, e.g., found on the street or got extra change? Do you believe your financial potential will grow in the future? Imagine meeting a famous rich person. What are your first thoughts? Now look over your answers. Do you see stereotypes, limiting beliefs, insecurities, or fears? These block your flow of money. You need to change your perspective and your attitude toward money. Rules for interacting with money energy. Rule 1. The universe is abundant. Many people live in lack. They focus on what they don't have. But where your attention goes, your energy flows. Why can't everyone have as much money as they want? Because very few people declare their right to that energy. If you don't claim your right to wealth, it slips away to someone else. Start small. Focus on abundance around you, cars, trees, food in stores. If you train your mind to see abundance, your reality will change. Rule 2. The law of attraction. Everything is energy, including us. We emit certain vibrations and life reflects them. Want your boss to respect you? Respect others. Want to be valued? Value others. Want money to flow easily to you? Then spend easily too, pay others with joy. Rule 3. The art of small steps. To reach a new financial level, start immersing yourself in a wealthy lifestyle. Little by little. Surround yourself with successful people, even online. Look at things in luxury stores you'd like to own. Behave as if you already live that life. Bit by bit, you'll get there. Popular money-attracting superstitions. Always keep money in your wallet, even if it's just a few coins. Don't leave it empty. Arrange bills facing up. Keep money clean and neatly folded. Don't crumple it or scatter it in your pockets. Lend money only in the morning. Doing it in the evening may attract loss. Keep a variety of bills in your wallet, including foreign currency. The more diversity, the better. Habits help a person in life. Introduce new rules gradually, 1 or 2 at a time, and eventually they will become natural to you. How money magic works. There are a number of rules, the observance of which guarantees the effectiveness of money magic methods. Financial magic works through higher powers, not other people. So don't try to gain wealth at someone else's expense. Don't wish for a specific amount of money without taking action to earn it. Magic only helps to make money, it doesn't do it for you. The result of money magic is the appearance of new opportunities to earn. Don't doubt, magic won't work without faith. Wish for realistic amounts. Money magic loves specificity and only works with clearly defined goals. Magic feeds on positive emotions. You need to set a positive attitude that will direct energy in the right direction. Magic is a secret. Don't share your financial desires with strangers. Be clear about what you want. To get rid of misfortunes or to attract new opportunities. Magic works in 2 ways, banishing or attracting. It's important to consider what exactly you want. Chapter 4. How to attract financial prosperity. Everyone dreams of being free from financial difficulties, but not everyone manages to turn that dream into reality. For some, money is just a resource to meet needs. For others, it's the goal of life. When money is always lacking regardless of income level, you must understand why this is happening. Often, we are to blame our inner beliefs, past experiences, and impressions. Start by identifying why you need money. How much do you actually need, and what exactly will you spend it on? Also consider how you would manage a large sum of money if it suddenly appeared. Maybe you'd buy a few apartments and rent them out, or start the business you've been dreaming of. A key law of wealth is live by wealth. Many have heard this phrase since childhood, but from a different perspective, we were taught to live within our means, avoid debt, and save. This rule also applies to wealth. If you have money, use it. Saving a large amount for a rainy day won't work. Those funds won't generate wealth if they're not circulating. If you're struggling to reach your goals, change your mindset. That's the surest way to fulfill your desires, especially financial ones. Once you've mentally prepared to manage big money, you're ready to receive it, which means financial success is close. One huge obstacle to prosperity is the habit of taking what doesn't belong to you, and this isn't just about material theft. People often steal success, love, friendship, and ideas. If you want wealth, use only what truly belongs to you. Some people take without giving back. In reality, they rob themselves of the opportunity to improve financially. Remember, everything in life comes at a price, and not just in money. Time, attention, care, and tenderness are also currencies. For example, if someone abuses another's love but gives nothing in return, they block their own path to prosperity. Laws of money you must know. Money doesn't come from nothing. It's always a result of human activity. The secrets of attracting wealth lie in our attitude. Psychological aspects play a leading role. Here are 6 money laws that will help you reach prosperity. Law of wealthy thinking: think positively, don't complain about money. Optimism attracts it. Love for wealth. Loving wealth guarantees its appearance. Every thought is material, you'll get what you truly desire. Law of movement. Money shouldn't sit idle. If you have extra funds, invest them, let them work for you. Law of lightness, after spending money, feel joy for what you've bought. Law of goals, focus on achievable goals, such as travel or buying a car. Money shouldn't be a goal in itself. Law of distribution, spend some on needs and some on growing your capital. Don't focus only on income. Dream of a better life. Enjoy your purchases and never complain. Money loves happy people. How to make money work for you. This is a question many people are concerned about, especially in today's world. First and foremost, understand one thing. Before money can work for you, you must have it. Money is a neutral energy, a social phenomenon that holds value only in society. In psychology, this means people often mistakenly see what's inside as something external. Your brain interprets the world based on how it processes information. Also, the value of money is conventional. It exists because people agree on it. In Western countries, this value changes rarely. In Russia, it fluctuates more. Each person must define the role of money in their life. But what do you need to finally get your financial mechanism working? First, you need to feel that money is energy. Second, understand that you are capable of managing this energy. Psychology and financial well-being are closely connected. This link may not always be visible, but it strongly affects our quality of life. For some, money equals freedom. For others, it's independence or safety. Money reflects our inner world, self-perception, dreams, and anxiety about status or financial independence. A person who can self-reflect is able to work through limiting beliefs that block them from earning well for doing what they love. To reflect is to ask yourself questions. What happened to me yesterday? What did I feel? What did I learn? Analyzing our actions and emotions helps us avoid many issues, including financial ones. Spend money on yourself first. When people get paid, they usually first set aside money for utilities, food, children's needs, transportation, and so on. Only at the end do they think about spending on themselves, if anything is left. This mindset is harmful and leads to worsening financial conditions. Next time you get paid, first set aside money for yourself and clearly imagine what you'll buy. Enjoy the process. It doesn't have to be a large amount. What matters is the habit. This way, money understands that it's important to you personally. Save money. George Clason, in his book, The Richest Man in Babylon, recommends saving up to 10% of every paycheck. Even if it's just 3%, the key is to start saving consistently. You'll build a financial safety net and become more disciplined. Even small savings increase confidence. Have multiple income sources. Living on one salary makes job loss feel like a nightmare. To reduce anxiety, create other sources of income. Find side gigs. Buy shares of successful companies. Explore many options. Just realize you need these changes. Store your money wisely. Small sums can be stored at home or in bank accounts. But for larger amounts, home safe. You alone can access the money, but there's temptation to use it. And idle money loses value due to inflation. Deposit account offers protection and interest, but there's risk. Banks can fail, especially during global economic crises. Real estate. If you can afford it, buy a room or apartment. Keeps value and often increases. You can also rent it out for regular income. Precious metals. The most reliable way to store capital. Prices for gold, silver, and platinum tend to rise, preserving and growing your wealth. Any amount is suitable for a deposit. The advantage of this method is that due to the accrual of bank interest, value is preserved. The interest rates offered by banks often cover inflation. In some cases, you can even earn money on a deposit. The conditions and terms of deposits vary, so experts recommend saving from 5% to 20% of your total income. It's important to start doing this from your very first earnings. Ways to create passive income currency. You can purchase any currency in order to preserve the purchasing power of your savings and possibly profit from exchange rate differences. This method of making money from money is considered classic. You can, for example, buy US dollars and keep them at home in a secure safe, or rent a bank safety deposit box. Many economists recommend splitting your amount into at least 2 different currencies. That way, if one drops in value, the other will likely rise. The most frequently purchased currencies are US dollars, euros, British pounds, yuan, yen, Canadian dollars, and Swiss francs. Company shares. They provide a stable income in the form of dividends. These assets cannot be stolen and can be sold within a day if needed. Bonds. Unlike shares, bond income is not dependent on a company's profits. It is agreed upon in advance. Many prefer buying government bonds due to the guarantee of return on investment. Mutual funds, PIFs. These invest clients' money into various companies to maximize profits. This method is good for those who are not experts in finance or economics. What should you do to forget about money problems? The most important rule for success is to communicate with successful people. It's no secret that our environment literally creates our reality. This doesn't mean cutting all ties with your familiar circle or changing your number. Just minimize interactions with people who constantly bring negativity. Spending time with successful individuals allows you to adopt rational thinking and receive valuable advice. Here are a few more secrets to help you forever leave financial difficulties behind. Love money. Don't spend money recklessly. Allocate your expenses wisely and treat even small sums with care. It's also important to seek out money. Look for good deals and new ways to earn. A person who loves money is determined to meet it, overcoming all obstacles. Think about what you could be doing right now to earn. Maybe you're good at painting and can sell your artwork, or maybe you enjoy sewing and have time to take orders. Once the idea appears, the universe will show you the easiest way to bring it to life. Pray. Some might find this advice strange, but everyone turns to higher powers in difficult times. Why not ask them for abundance? Every prayer is essentially a signal to the universe, telling it what you need. And if you don't say it, how will the universe know? Give freely. Many people know the feeling of regret after buying something expensive. You should be proud that you managed to earn or save that money, but instead, the inner miser kicks in. This is the wrong attitude. You should part with money joyfully. The more energy you give, the more you receive. Money is also energy. When you hold on to it, you're focusing on fear and lack. Stop worrying, make purchases with pleasure. Share. No matter how well off you are, there are always those in more difficult situations. Helping others is very rewarding. Engage in charity. This leads to prosperity. It's no coincidence that wealthy, successful people hold charity events and set up foundations. They understand well that everything they give comes back multiplied. Start small. Buy pet food for a shelter or toys for a children's home. You don't need to spend a fortune, but also don't go overboard. Donations shouldn't hurt your own financial health. The key is to invest positive emotion into your actions. Use Feng Shui. There are many useful rules in Feng Shui that help achieve consistent financial well-being. You don't have to rearrange all your furniture according to these rules. But some things are worth paying attention to. Place mirrors on sidewalls, not reflecting doors, windows, or beds. This helps retain energy, including money energy. To open financial channels in your home, get an aquarium with gold or red fish. In the East, ripe fruit on the table symbolizes wealth. Always keep some on display. Plant a money tree and place a few coins at the bottom of its pot. Buy a special talisman or amulet, like a waving cat or a frog with a coin in its mouth. Treat water with respect and monitor its use. It symbolizes the source of life and wealth. Be grateful. Keep a gratitude journal. Every evening before bed, write down at least 3 things you're thankful for that day. Anything that brought you joy can be recorded, be it a tasty dinner or sunny weather. There are bright moments in every day, and it's important to notice them. Once you develop the habit of seeing the good, your life will start to change dramatically for the better, including your finances. Conclusion. Everyone strives for financial well-being, but not everyone achieves it. Some work their entire lives without ever feeling the joy of living, and stay poor. Others enjoy life and grow wealthy without ever feeling tired. Some people understand and apply the magic of money, perhaps even intuitively. Others don't. Remember, poverty usually exists only in our minds. If you're ashamed of thinking about wealth, or you believe that successful people are all liars or hypocrites, no magic will help you. To become financially secure, You must completely transform your thinking and take control of your thoughts. Changing your mindset and living in abundance is wonderful, but don't lose touch with reality. If you allow yourself to take a taxi from the supermarket just because your bags are too heavy, and you don't feel guilty for being wasteful, you're on the right path. The magic of money is a powerful tool, not only for changing your reality, but also for reshaping your consciousness and helping you rethink many things, especially your personal relationship with wealth. Grow. Work on your thoughts. Evolve as a person. Set clear goals and move confidently toward them. Only you are responsible for your life. No talisman can do that for you. Dear listeners, tell us which books you would like to hear in audio format next. Thank you for your likes and comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. We wish you all the best.